All right, everybody. So I really wanted to teach you the fundamentals of wrist aiming and how to implement it into your aiming routine and how to properly utilize wrist aiming. Now, there are two different types of aiming. You got the arm aim or the arm motion, which is for your big motions. And then you have your wrist aim, which is going to be for those tiny motions. And I'm basically going to be telling you guys how to practice your wrist aim and also implement your arm aim into that. So like I said before, your arm aim is going to be for your large movements. Okay, so my movement, if I want to do a 180, I move my arm all the way. I move my arm, I don't move my wrist. Okay, it's locked in. It's basically one straight motion. Also pay attention to how far my hand is off the desk. Right now, it's laying about, I don't know, halfway in between my wrist and my elbow. That's how I like to have my hands. It's all personal preference. But basically, I lock my wrist in and do a 180. Like, I don't move my wrist, okay? The only time I'm going to move my wrist is, like I said, for those tiny micro adjustments and for flicking in front of me. Okay, so I play on an 8 in-game sense and an 800 DPI. My ADS is 1:1, and all your wrist movement is going to be is movement like this. All right, just moving your wrist back and forth at these two targets. That's all that's going to be for. I'm not going to move my hand, you know, my whole arm to go back and forth between targets like that. No, that is absolutely wrong. You want to use your wrist for the tiny targets in front of you. You don't want to use your wrist for a 180. Okay, like that, you don't want to do that. It's going to throw you off, and it is really hard. You see how I did that? Look how my hand is. My wrist is all the way over here, and I'm like strained. It's super hard, and I automatically just want to go back like that. And look how far off target I am. Being like this is wrong. You don't want to do that. So you want to use your arm. If you have to do a 180, use your arm. And then for the micro adjustments, you use your wrist. See how my arm's not moving? I'm just using my wrist. And you have to develop the muscle memory in order for this to work. And every good aimer is going to use a combination of their arm and their wrist also when they are aiming. So a drill that you can do to really help you out, and I've done this in a video before, is literally stand right here, and what you're going to do on your sensitivity is you want to see how far you can go right and how far you can go left comfortably. How far you can do this motion just with your wrist. Okay, don't move your arm, just move your wrist, and how far you can do it comfortably. And this will help you out a lot. You're going to notice muscles that you don't really normally use, and it's really going to feel, it's going to be like a workout. You're going to stretch those muscles. You're going to utilize muscles you haven't really felt before, and this is really going to help you out when it comes to getting your muscle memory down for your wrist movement. So my sensitivity, I know on for my wrist movement only, I can go almost do a 90 here and do almost a 90 here, but I'm never using all that. My wrist movement is literally going to be what's in front of me on my screen. That is it, not the 180s. It's literally going to be from the right side of my screen to the left side of my screen or my monitor. That's all I'm using my wrist for. And that's a good point for you to try and learn what point of your monitor you want to use your wrist for. So now that you got that out the way, you're going to aim right here, and for your wrist movement, you're just going to try flicking onto this target. Say this little hole right here, you're just going to try flicking onto it, and over time you're going to undershoot it, you're going to overshoot it, and you make micro adjustments. So go back to the middle, have two targets, so this one and this one. Wow, I shot that. But right here, and you're just going to go back and forth. And what this is going to do is really going to train you how far you have to flick in order to get on target. I'm not the best at it, but a target is when you're playing the game, it is rarely ever still. So you're gonna go to this target and just go back and forth and try not to overflick. And you also, there's scenarios in this and Kovacs that you can do. I have a Kovacs video, the link will be down in the description, but this is pretty much what's gonna help you with your wrist aim, and it's gonna help you basically train those muscles. But there is no left and right in aiming. You wanna be dominant in both of them. So you're gonna aim right here, you're gonna flick over here, and then you wanna find a target that's almost the same distance, and you wanna flick to your left. Flick to your left. And if you are struggling with the smaller targets, use a bigger target. Right here. See these two pillars? You're gonna aim for right in here, and you're gonna aim for right in here. Back up, and then boom. Just go back and forth between them. Try to stay in the middle of these two targets. And what that's gonna do is that's really gonna help train your aim, or your wrist aim, to be snapping in the front and to the right of you, left and right of you. So that's really going to help out. Then if you want, you could switch to these two targets. Now, remember how I said that when you are using big movements, you can also practice 180ing, okay? Practice your 180, how far you have to move for 180, okay? Move back, micro adjustments. Don't move, 180, flick to the target, and then use your wrist to do those micro adjustments. Flick, micro adjust, flick, micro adjust. Boom, 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 flick. Oh, I went too far, micro adjust. Boom, micro adjust. One smooth movement. And the trick with this is, and it's going to be really hard, you want to try to keep your aim still, okay? So when you're flicking, flick, don't move. Flick, don't move. Flick, don't move. And what that is really going to do is that really is going to help you develop the muscle memory to get that aimbot like aim and look, because you don't want to flick and then, you know, do a bunch of this. You want to stay still. You want to train your muscle, your wrist muscles, to stay still when you're flicking onto the target and you're on target, and to be smooth, right? You want to flick, hold it still. I'll probably hit my space bar, but it takes a lot of dexterity to do this. Flick, hold still. Up, I flicked too far. Now when I flick over to my right, I'm gonna keep it and keep it there. Okay? Boom, 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 boom. Don't move, don't try to readjust. Just keep flicking. Flick to a target. Flick to both of them if you have to. And then switch to the target over here. Switch to this target. Flick. Boom, boom. And if you go out of the target, it's okay. Say you flick too far. Oh, now I know that I need to put less flick, I guess that's not word, less flick onto my target over here. All right. So if I'm flicking over here, I over flick. So now I know I just need to flick a little bit. I under flicked. Little. But you see how my aim moved back there? You don't want to do that. You really want to practice keeping it still when you're flicking. Micro adjustments. Boom. And I guarantee you, if you guys keep doing this, it will train. Like my wrist right now is getting kind of tired, and I've been doing this for a long time. Well, not really a long time, but like 7 months. If you keep doing this, it will really help out your aim, and it will really help improve your wrist muscles and really focus on how the mechanics of properly aiming with a mouse. So I hope you guys learned something in this video. Always remember to stay blessed and stay humble, and I'll catch you guys in a future upload. Peace.